The word of the show has been UCaaS. Everyone wants to offer their services in the cloud, but that doesn't mean that that's the only solution to go with. To explain exactly what that means, I've got a special guest, Mr. Bob Minai. He is the Executive Director of Product Management and Development at Verizon. Bob, it is so good to see you again.
It's great to see you again as well. Thanks for the invite.
It seems as if I get a chance to speak with you every year at Enterprise Connect. Now, just as I teased, UCaaS is the buzzword. Everyone wants to be UCaaS. Everyone is rushing into UCaaS without maybe understanding what it is that they leave behind if they go pure play. Verizon has always offered a more measured approach, which is, yes, we offer those services, but we give you a full range of products that you can use in your deployment. Can you tell me about Verizon's philosophy of UCaaS versus traditional?
Absolutely. I mean, for us, it's really a utility model for customers that gives them the same services and many more services they've always had, but the consumption model is different so that they can buy it now on demand, per seat, per month, but then also get all the latest services without having to have the investment up front or even the expertise to manage it on a monthly basis.
All right. Now, last year you were here and you were touting the new enterprise voice services. What kind of traction have you seen in the year?
Well, you know, last time we talked about OneTalk, which we had just launched back in 2016, actually. And so I'm happy to say that now, a year and a half later since launch, we've had 60,000 customers on OneTalk in the first year and a half, which is huge for us. So the big new developments in the past 6 months is that we've gone beyond where, if you remember, we initially launched OneTalk specifically through our wireless channel, specifically for small and medium-sized customers. So it was very focused on simplicity, ease of use. And so now, in the past 6 months, we've added enterprise. And so now we're selling through our enterprise channel and being able to go up market with the same set of services, but more broadly applicable for the enterprise needs.
I'm glad you mentioned the type of customer that you're targeting with that service. What have you seen in terms of a difference between a customer, a client that's looking for a deployment that would be best served by your services versus a pure play UCaaS vendor?
Yeah, and you know, we think of UCaaS or OneTalk as under the UCaaS umbrella, but to your point, it's completely different capability in that it's based in the wireless network. So now we get the power of native capability within, so that you have a lot of the same services as you would have with UCaaS in terms of individual services and group features. Now, because we've embedded OneTalk into the wireless network, what it gives us the ability is have all the things that you know from Verizon VoLTE service today on the consumer side, HD voice, video, voice over LTE, which is a big deal for us, a native experience added to everything that you know about UCaaS.
You know, in a lot of ways, the services that you offer, because it's embedded in your wireless network, that's really true persistent provisioning.
Yes.
I mean, when you think about UCaaS, you think, oh yeah, provisioning is great. It's nice for me to be able to tie that into my tools. But with Verizon, it's literally wherever you are, you're on the network. You're set to go.
Exactly right. So a lot of our customers, whether they be small businesses or enterprise, are saying like, look, I can cut the cord now. I don't need to have two different phone numbers tied to individual devices. I have one identity. I have one number that can transcend across as many devices as I want. I can be completely mobile, or when I'm out in the office, I can have my desk phone for a speaker as well and go seamlessly back and forth between the two. We continue to be the only service provider, especially in the US, that offers this type of capability.
Now, as an add-on to that, some of the buzz from the audience, from the people here at the event last year was, oh, well, that's perfect for the mobile user. That's perfect for the mobile warrior. And they saw that use case. But clearly, you get more than just the mobile worker. You get more than just the person who's always on the road.
Exactly. And so really what we've been talking with enterprises about is how do you create, so forget about the technology, forget about the plumbing, how do you create user profiles that are based on what is the needs of that individual employee? So to your point, there's going to be some people that are completely mobile, always in the field, and so they need a completely mobile play, but they still want to be hooked in as if they were in the office, have the same quality of service, same features. But to your point, there's a lot of folks that are always in the office, and so being able to seamlessly marry those things together based on the consumer, the profiles of the employees within the base, and be able to serve them through our technology with a single layer of administration, with a seamless set of phones support, and be able to do it across any mobile device, that's compelling for them.
Let's take a little step into the future. Step back a couple of weeks. We had Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and all the buzz was 5G. Yeah. Everything was 5G. Everyone was pitching a 5G solution, from the mobile handset vendors all the way to Intel. What is Verizon's plan in the 5G space?
So as I'm sure you've heard, we've made huge investments in 5G. We will continue to do that. Really, we view this as a continuation of the leadership that we've shown in the wireless space. We've already had probably the largest testing ground in the world in 11 different markets, and we've announced in the second half of this year that we're going to be launching in 3 to 5 markets, with Sacramento being the first one with our 5G services. So it'll be a combination of, albeit it will lean toward consumer to start with, both fixed wireless as well as wireless. It will also, for every single one of those test markets, include business applications with enterprise customers that we're trialing with as well.
And what do you think consumers, specifically the end users that you're going to be reaching out to first, what will they see different between the 5G and the 3G, 4G networks? Is it just going to be speed, or will they actually start to see the added functionality of a true 5G network?
Yeah, I think when you think about from the consumer perspective, one of the first applications you'll see both wireless and wireline, but probably the most immediate one is going to be outside of our territory, which has been kind of largely the Northeast. Now, a lot of people around the country associate Verizon with the Verizon wireless store that they have right up the street, right? So now for us to be able to do fixed wireless to the home, all of a sudden just totally opens up a whole new market for us, and really, honestly, innovation as well.
Right, and I think you're open to those aha moments when the first end user gets fixed wireless to their home, and it can deliver just as good of an experience as a hardwired connection. You're probably going to make a lot of converts.
Yeah, really, you look at the success we've had with Fios in territory, and it's been huge for us, and we continue to sell it at a rapid pace. So we think we can kind of carry over a lot of that same success outside of our territory and really make this a nationwide play for us.
Right. One last topic, and that is IoT. Now, IoT is one of these things where it was big, and then it was embarrassing, and now it's sort of making the comeback. Everyone was pitching an IoT device 3 years ago. Yeah. Then they realized, wow, we should probably work on the security of these devices because they do bad things if we don't lock them down. Yeah. Verizon has always been on the IoT front as far as connectivity is concerned. What will you be providing for enterprises who want to make IoT a more central part of their network deployment?
Yeah, so to your point, we've been in IoT for some time now. We've made quite a bit of investment. I think where things always start with us is going to be the connectivity and the management of that connectivity. That's always going to be the foundation for us, regardless of the device. We want to encourage the innovation that comes along with IoT, and a lot of the capabilities that are being infused throughout all the devices that we see everywhere. Now, there are certain areas that we're going to double down in terms of above that connectivity stack. Things like telematics that we're known. We have demonstrated leadership in that position. Everything from fleet to drones, connected or smart communities is another big area for us. Utilities is huge for us. Just even asset tracking is big for us. So I think you're going to see a combination from us. You're going to see the horizontal play, which is being able to be the best at connectivity and the management of that connectivity, making it very easy for enterprises, but then also selectively investing in capabilities above that layer where we want to be able to drive additional innovation and value to our customers.
I think in a lot of ways we'll know that IoT has finally made its impact when we no longer really need to refer to it as IoT. It will just be part of the network. And Verizon could really enable a huge chunk of that IoT network.
Completely agree. And in fact, if you take the two things that you've talked about, 5G and IoT, I mean, that's a marriage made in heaven for us, right?
Yeah. We have been speaking with Bob Minai. He is the Executive Director of Product Management and Development at Verizon. Bob, I want to thank you so very much for spending your time with us. If you could, please tell the audience where they can find you, where they can find Verizon, where they can find out more about the services that you are showing off here at Enterprise Connect.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity, first of all, and it's always great talking to you. We are at our booth is really central to the floor here. We've got a number of different technologies that we're demoing. We're demoing AI, bots, we're demoing digital CX, we're demoing the combination of services like Spark and OneTalk, for example. CPaaS we're showing, so there's a lot for you to see, so please come on by and take a look.
Bob, thank you again for your time, and thank you for dropping by. Make sure to check out all the other videos around this page, all from Enterprise Connect. I'm Father Robert Ballecer, the Digital Jesuit. Stay tabbed.